And out we go. 4-wheel drive sheep, 2-wheel drive shearer. Now, let's get him out of the sun. Let's get him out of 4-wheel drive. Come on, kid. There we go. And relax.
That makes 8.
Now, you can see at the moment that there's no noise, no vibration, no heat. Just the same as when I use these. And this is almost as old as man's domestication of sheep. And they reckon that man domesticated sheep somewhere about 10,000 years ago. Now, as I'm coming up the neck, I'm just going to take it a bit steady, because there's some fairly important plumbing just underneath the skin as we come up there. We don't want to interrupt any of that. It tends to disturb the sheep a bit.
Taking the wool off them like this.
Now, if I blade shear a sheep, and I machine shear a sheep, and leave them both for a year, and then do exactly the same to each sheep, which sheep would I get more wool off? No. Doesn't make sense, does it? We leave half an inch or so of wool on a sheep, shear it 12 months later, and we'll get more than if we've machine shorn it. How does that work? I'll let you think on that one for just a moment. We'll come back to it. Now, lots of people that haven't seen blade shearing will look at the finish on a blade shorn sheep and go, oh, that doesn't look very neat. Well, it's not that it's not neat, it's that it's different. And how many times do you find that in life? Somebody looks at something and it's because they don't know it, or because it's different than what they know, they don't want it. Might not be any worse or better, but they don't want it because they don't know. And farmers are extraordinarily like that. They'll tell me that they don't want their sheep blade shorn by me because it's slow. Well, why is it slow? If you want more sheep shorn in a day, I'll just bring along more shearers. No problem. And they still pay the same amount per sheep. So why does it matter how fast or slow we are? I don't know. Maybe it's just that fear of what they don't know again. Now, we're already round the sheep to the point we're on the last side. So we're well over halfway round that sheep. Nice and steady, we haven't had any fuss and bother. The sheep's been sitting there really nice, no vibration or aggro. And it's almost like you're getting a little bit of that peaceful, easy feeling, isn't it? Is anybody in the crowd here machine shear? Anybody in the crowd machine shear? Anybody seen it before?
Yes.
Yeah? What do you think the difference is? Do you like the difference? Is it much calmer? Yeah, it's a peaceful, easy feeling, isn't it? Now, some people earlier on today came up and asked me, do you shear with the machine? Anybody that knows anything about machine shearing, I'm an open graded machine shearer as well as an open graded blade shearer. There is no higher grade, but I would still far rather blade shear sheep than machine shear sheep. Because I think as you get old, you start to do things that are nice. Here we go. Thank you, Richie. Right. Now, is anybody out there an academic? Come on, all you kids, put your hands up. You're all budding academics. Now, everything in the whole wide world comes back to wool.
Well done.
Believe it or not. I know you don't believe me, do you? Right. Who in their house has got a bureau? Anybody? How would you define a bureau, sir? Made of wood, yes. What's the crucial thing that defines it as a bureau as opposed to a writing desk? Yeah, it's got a roll top on it. It's a wool-topped writing desk. B-U-R-A, Latin, a tuft of wool or a nonsense. Wool-topped writing desk. Used to have green cloth on the top of them, didn't they? From that, you get bureaucracy, bureaucrat. Hang on a minute. Does this idiot on the stage know what he's on about? Anybody have a car service or a vehicle service recently? Put your hands up. Okay, what did they change? Yeah, and what else? Filter. Where did the word filter come from? Filter is a very, very old word for felted wool. They used to use it as a strainer for water, for liquids, all sorts of different things. So there you go. Hang on. These things are all coming back to wool. Now, who in the crowd fancies themselves as a heckler? Come on. Let's have some hecklers. Get going. Because even the hecklers come from the wool industry. They were old wool workers. They would get the raw wool. They would pull it through big steel spikes before the mechanisation, and they would straighten out all the knots and tangles in that fleece. But if anybody ever came to address them, they would comb over and pull apart any discussion put in front of them. And for that reason, we now use the word heckler as somebody who may interject or interrupt in a public display. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit of fact about sheep and a little bit of fun about wool. Thank you very much for lending me your ears. If anybody's got any questions about anything that you have seen, come on up. You're most welcome to touch the wool. Remember, it is raw wool. Don't eat it. It may well have pathogens in it. And kids, pathogens are those bugs that may hurt you. So don't do it. Herein the health and safety lecture ends.